Rockwood 2104S couples camp and Murphy bed little model just came in here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. If you'd like to see if we have this in stock available, how we have it equipped, what we're asking without the burden of pesky hidden fees, give us a call if you need an explanation on that. Then visit the link in the YouTube video description right down here. Now, if you're already off of YouTube and on our website, well, congratulations, you're one step closer to getting yourself camping. And by the way, we have living, breathing human beings you can call anytime for any sort of questions. You know, well, I'll mention the phone number later. You can probably find it if you're on the internet. Anyway, so what is new about this compared to last year? And the best way I can describe this thing sounds eerily reminiscent of like a soda commercial or pop or Coke, depending on where you live, and that's brand new look, same great taste. This is the same Rockwood it's been for the past several years. It's what's made them the #1 selling ultralight in the United States of America. They've just given her a facelift. They just gave her some touches. Now, there's a couple cool things I want to point out here, and that's why I put these videos together. It is my belief, I sound like, it is this reporter's belief, it's my belief that this thing, every RV is the best of different reasons. So why is this one? Why can't we keep a 2104S in stock, despite ordering them by the half dozen at a time, basically? Well, stuff like this. Rockwood is really the master class and the originator and the founder of the travel trailer Murphy bed. They're the ones that made it cool. They started doing this in 2010. Everybody laughed, and isn't it funny how everybody's building Murphy beds now? But no one has come anywhere close to matching Rockwood's success with them. Why is that? Well, the hiccup with the Murphy bed is that it really has a lot of the same benefits and drawbacks of a hybrid camper. But a Murphy bed does it without those pesky soft side tent ends, those bed ends. They're not hard to set up, but it's a little extra maintenance, and some people don't want to deal with it. So the idea here is that we're calling this a 21-foot box. This thing would have to be at least a 26, 7, 8-foot box to have the furniture that's in it if it didn't have a Murphy bed. But the problem with Murphy beds is because it doesn't have a full-time bed, it has no outside storage, except Rockwood overcame that deficiency, and they put storage under the sofa that becomes the bed. Now, a couple other brands have found different ways of doing it, but as of yet, no one has come, again, anywhere close to matching Rockwood's success, and it's because they're very good at giving you the right amount in every area of the RV. Now, you can most certainly find a less expensive lightweight out there, and that's because Rockwoods are easily the most highly appointed thing within their respective categories. Now, Rockwood has the Mini, the Ultra, the Signature. What's neat about them is they're all built identically. The structure, the roof, the floor, everything is built the same. It's just that these are smaller. Now, you know, there's different benefits to different ways of construction, but I guess the short way of saying it, if you're looking for retirement grade, you're barking up the right tree. So we've got 5-sided laminated, fully aluminum framed. The floor is not laminated, although it is plywood, 5/8 tongue groove plywood floor deck, still fully aluminum studded with the same insulation qualities. The reason they went away from a laminated floor is they were finding that with a lot of their floor plans that have islands, even though this is not an island kitchen model, it was weakening their floor too much when they laminated and installed an island. So they just found a stronger way of building a floor, and they actually ended up peeling some money out of the coach, and what that allowed them to do is reinvest money elsewhere. So like, you'll see solid surface kitchen counters and stuff like that in here. Things that aren't even available in a lot of other small campers are standard in Rockwoods. Like a maximum length power awning with LED lighting. It's easy tilt. You've got a higher grade power tongue jack. The awning and the jack move faster. They're higher torque, higher speed. You've got bigger propane tanks, standard on a Mini Lite, 30s instead of 20s for more dry camp time. There's just other things. Now, I can't stress enough, please visit the link in the HaylettRV video description, visit the HaylettRV website, or call HaylettRV salesman. And the reason I stress that is because this video is like a car commercial, guys. This might not be, you know, pretend this is the car that you see in the commercial. Well, you don't expect that to be the car you get when you drive to the dealership, of course, but for some reason when I do these videos, people expect this camper to be sitting there waiting for them. That's probably not the case, especially not with the number of these that we sell. Laminated aluminum frame construction, even slide walls, here on these big deep slides, they're fully laminated aluminum frame. That means they're structural, means they're insulated. A non-laminated slide wall isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's that it could be. But when it's like this, I know it's good. It's built the same way. It's consistent every time. You saw that these have an enclosed underbelly. That's an improvement over the early models built last year. Very, very late season last year. They had some they started enclosing the underbelly. When you look over here, this is the storage behind the dinette. Now, Rockwood's very good, like you can see, where is it? Okay, they've got drawers here under your dinette benches for easy storage access, but the rear bench is still difficult to get to. So in a very classic Forest River fashion, they build a baggage door right on the side of the slide out. Now, they're not the only ones to do it, but Forest River is by far and away the most prolific in doing so. And even here in this little mini Lite, all baggage doors, even this little off-door side slide small baggage door is still magnetically latched for easy access and convenience. And by the way, did you notice? They even hand build the aluminum skeleton work of their furniture. Look at this. You have welded aluminum skeleton furniture in a Rockwood. Tell me who else is doing that? And the answer is precious, precious few. And who else is doing it in this class? And the answer is I don't know of anybody else. Laminated, full walk-on, zero flex roof. Over your power roof vents, for instance, the bathroom has the larger Max Air roof vent on here. You get the Max Air roof vent cover so that you can have some good airflow even when it's rainy. We like the ladder on the back of these so you can get up there for easy seasonal maintenance and upkeep. And this floor plan, I think, has the hookups in the right spot. All of your sewer, water, cable, TV, all your hookups are bang, right there. Now, your solar prep plug's actually on the front corner of this. And if you're not sure what solar prep means on an RV, I've done a video on that. Search our channel for solar prep. We have all LED lights. These look like the same incandescent fixtures they've been using, but they're all LED tail and marker lights. That is not even the standard on luxury fifth wheels, but it is the standard of Rockwood's smallest travel trailers. Little outside shower also has hot and cold water. It's not just a cold sprayer port. So you can actually do some campsite cleanups. Their spare tire includes a nice little slip cover. I hope you never need that, just like I hope you don't need health insurance, just like I hope you don't need cough syrup. But hey, we all do sometimes. Let's talk tires and suspension and all that. Rockwood suspension down here is completely different from any other mainstream manufacturer. The only other brand to use this type of suspension is actually Airstream. And what's funny is Airstream adopted Rockwood's suspension system. So these aren't just torsion rubber ride axles. This is a full torsion rubber ride suspension. Each wheel moves independently of the others. There's no leaf springs. So you can get tighter turning radius. It helps prevent sway. If you're going down the road and you space out, or you gotta drive around someone who's an idiot and they're texting while they're driving or something, and you go a little bit off the road, these tires will drop down, these tires will stay up. Now when you get yourself slowed down and back on the road, these tires will kick back up, but the RV won't kick and pull, it'll stay level, just the wheels drop down. It's very, very cool. But that's $500 more per axle. But it's a better turning radius, better safety. Oh, there goes another little guy leaving HaylettRV right now. So I mentioned earlier, maximum length patio awning. Again, I see different benefits of different brands here at HaylettRV, but Rockwood does everything bigger, better than anybody else. There's a couple people who match certain things on a Rockwood, but no one exceeds the whole package in terms of equipment. Again, the offset is money. But thankfully, due to our volume of sales, we keep these things pretty darn reasonable, and our sales record proves that. We're the largest independent standalone dealership in the state of Michigan. We can deliver these things coast to coast. I don't care where you live. If you don't call, if you find this video useful and you don't call for a quote, the only thing you stand to lose is thousands of dollars. Consider that. So if you add the outside grill to a mini Lite, which we typically do, that's when you start to see this little table. Now the grill and the little table both hook up right here. But what's cool is Rockwood centralizes their gas hookup. So you can move this table on either side. So if you're right or left-handed, this still works for you. Now your gas connection down here, that's actually on the side of the trailer, protected, not down below the skirt where road debris is going to hit it. Again, smarter. Your TV that comes with the mini Lite can dismount and float outside. So you've got an indoor-outdoor HD TV, your little hookups go down there, and all of this right under this beautiful LED lit awning. Now, things like bigger triple steps, the bigger entry handle. You just have to expect that from a brand like Rockwood. That's just a matter of happenstance for them. Now this is a little bit newer at the time of this filming. And I recommend you visit the website of this specific manufacturer, the Wi-Fi Ranger. Basically, they're trying to give you more easy, better ways to have mobile data connections when you're at a campsite. It's something that's built into the coach. It's pretty cool. But they do their own little video. I think that's a whole separate thing we need to talk about. So I'm just going to mention that. If you're interested in what that means, do some research on that. Friction hinge entry door. So you can, and this thing doesn't go anywhere. It catches itself, but it's actually very easy to manipulate by hand. It fights sporadic, aggressive movement. It's very easy to manipulate with smooth, simple movement. Sort of like when you mix cornstarch and water. So there are different interior decors available. Now, like I mentioned, this is, you know, brand new look, same great taste. Rockwood RV, you're number one, basically. Well, this is, what's it called? Mocha, I think? This is the new decor that kind of replaced Winston. Now, this is called microfiber, is what's kind of cool. You look at it, and it looks like leatherette. But it's actually kind of cloth touch. It's almost somewhere in between. It's really, really neat stuff. So it holds up really well against almost everything. That's kind of the benefit. It holds up a lot better against pets with nails, like dogs that jump on things. That's something a lot of people need to keep in mind. So there's different decors. There's two different wood tones. This is the lighter maple. We love this. And the wood plank flooring as opposed to stone print. So that's why I stress, visit our website, see what we have in stock, because man, it could be different from what you see here. So let's go ahead and talk about the business end of this thing, the front Murphy bed. Now, if you had a super slide out camper, you'd have a big dinette in a deep slide, just like this, and you'd have a little sofa. Now, here's what's cool. We still have a sofa. We still have a big, deep dinette slide. But we don't have an 8-foot longer camper because of the bedroom up front. This is 2 floor plans in one in that regard. So when you are ready to bunk down for the night, it's simple. And Rockwood's even improved this over last year. They've added some little easy grab handles to make life simple on these Murphy beds. Not that it was ever hard. Now this is strut assisted, so it's not heavy. I can do it with my left arm, and I got skinny chicken arms, and I am not left-handed. And that's it. We convert this from a front living room into a couple's front bedroom anytime. Now you have a privacy curtain if you're going to sleep a grandkid on the dinette. And that's what's nice about the big U dinette. This folds down into a 7-foot bed. So there's no grandparent guilt. Grandpa, grandma, you can bring 2 grandbabies along just fine and easy. This can sleep 2 adults, frankly, because it's about 7 foot long in the down position. So we've got our dual bedroom side stands. We've got our dual hanging closets. Overhead lights. Now, this is another cosmetic update. They've just accented this wall with that almost sort of like a reclaimed barn wood, like a beach wood, or, you know, like a beach house type wall. It looks very, very cool here. Now, there are a lot of good things going on with this. I could do a whole video just on the front end of a Rockwood Murphy bed, but we've got to get going. Now, what's cool here? A couple other things. They've upgraded their bedding, and with their style of Murphy bed, as long as you cinch everything down, you don't have to make the sheets every night. That's the advantage of Rockwood's Murphy bed. They still give you a measure of pass-through storage, and you don't have to make the bed every single night. Just maybe a quick straighten up of the sheets. That's it. So when we're ready... Oh, shoot, that's right. I forgot. I am so glad that we did this on the video so that people don't miss this. They actually have a lock on this now. They have a new lock on the Murphy bed so that you can't, break the thing. You see how it catches itself right there. That's very cool, and I forgot to mention that sooner. It makes it a little more difficult putting it away with one hand, but you can see, not impossible. Even catching myself off guard and unprepared. You know, you do so many of these videos, guys. I should put this on the blooper reel. Hey, he screwed up the Murphy bed, but... you do so many of these that you get kind of numb and accustomed to things. Well, you know, every now and then, it's good to get your hands on them. And they change every year, subtly so. And I love the little update. I like that locking bed. Rockwood hasn't had a problem with their bed, but there are actually a couple brands out there who misdesigned a Murphy bed, who the bed would flip up and trap people in the front wall and they needed help getting out. I never heard that reported in a Rockwood, ever, and oh my gosh, we've sold enough of them, I would have. But they proactively identified and fixed a potential 1 in a million lightning strike flaw. That's what I like about these guys. Even though it wasn't likely, they still fixed the problem. Your dual side stands here. You've got plenty of room for CPAP machines. They both have drawers. Now, there's a power outlet up on the side of this stand up there for CPAP use. Over here, you have household and USB outlets for, you know, phone charging and all that. Spin us back around. Our dinette I mentioned earlier is a full deep slide dinette, so it's a full 3-foot deep, not shallow. You've got the dual easy access extension drawers. Very nice, again, if you do have the grandkids sleeping on here, you don't have to disassemble everything, or even if someone's eating lunch, you don't have to disassemble the dinette to get to some easy storage. Now, Rockwood's table, you can see, is elliptical and freestanding. If you visit our website, I put together a picture collage of this where I have it set up like a table. I have it folded down. I have the table over here like a coffee table. You can take the table outside to picnic. I'm not making it up when I say that stuff in these videos. I actually demonstrated it can do all those things and do them well. Side slide windows for light, and you notice they also open for airflow. We've got full overhead slide out storage, which is something a lot of brands have dropped out. Now the details, you know, devil's in the details, I guess. Even their accent lights, they're LED. And you can tell they're LED because they don't swell on to brightness. Now over here, this is an excellent use of space. Next to that refrigerator, we have either a pantry or a closet because these shelves are adjustable. So you can convert this to whatever your needs happen to be. One of the things I like here at HaylettRV is that every now and then I come up with an idea and the boss gives me a chance to prove myself wrong. And last year, it turned out to be a great idea. We specially build these with no oven, which is really uncommon in a travel trailer, but maybe 1 in 10 people ever once use an oven. And usually if they do, those people, it's 9 out of 10 that only use it one time. So maybe 1 out of 100 people actually really use an RV oven. Now, if you want an oven in a mini Lite, we'll build you one. We'll buy you one. No problem. We'll make that happen. But in the meantime, you are gaining the benefit of this big extra storage capacity down here. And tell me when more storage is ever the wrong answer. Please feel free to leave a comment in the YouTube video description. Be respectful, obviously. But more storage is never the wrong answer, you know? It gives you easy access. Now, notice that even your lower doors here, because a lot of brands, what they'll do is they'll give you a hardwood upper kitchen cabinet door, then they'll give you just flat panel lowers. Rockwood gives you all hardwood doors all the way around, and all of their cabinetry is screwed together, not stapled or glued. It's going to last longer, you know? Big kitchen window for airflow. Now notice, when they went solid surface countertops, that allowed them to both recess the stove and the sink so that you actually have prep space here. Don't get me wrong, this is not a rear kitchen fifth wheel prep space, but it's functional. And tell me at 4,300 pounds what you expect to get for a kitchen, because you're not going to get much more than this. Now your TV, you notice, it obviously dismounts and goes outside, but it can swivel and pivot so that it can face any seating or sleeping area in the coach. Well, I guess if you call the toilet a seat, then no. I actually have, because there are a couple floor plans I've stumbled into where you can see the toilet from the TV from the toilet, or vice versa. This is app enabled. You can get an app on your phone to basically Bluetooth control this thing. So the Wi-Fi Ranger, the password is "change me now." That's funny. Sounds like something, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger would say in Predator. Change me now, do it, come on. Anyway. Now I want to go watch Predator. So, bathroom. Some people have asked, why don't they build this all the way up to the ceiling? Are they stupid and don't know how to cut a door, the dummies? And the answer is no, of course not. All the premeditated stuff they did, like even they didn't even have to put the lock on the Murphy bed, but they did anyway, just because. Do you think they really would have not measured to cut a door correctly? Well, it's purely premeditated. You've got this huge MaxxAir fan. Remember, you've got that roof vent cover. You can see the fins of it through there. Well, at night, if you open the air, some windows in here, and you kick that fan on, you'll get a 6-mile-an-hour breeze consistently through the camper. Now, we all know that heat rises, right? Well, that forms a thermal blanket on the ceiling, and that fan will suck the hot air out of the camper and pull the cool night air into the camper. Rockwood kills it with bathrooms. They always have, and I think it's one of the reasons they're so popular with an older crowd who has camped before and doesn't want to buy another camper. They want this to be their last one. They include linen storage. They have plenty of leg room on a foot flush toilet. They have a larger radius fifth wheel shower with a nice skylight. And by the way, this whole roof has a 2.5-inch arch. This laminated roof has a slight pitch to it, makes the RV look, feel, more open, a little more jazzy and classy, but it gives you a titch more headroom up there, which counts. Every little ounce counts. We actually have a medicine cabinet, not a tiny little mirror, and we have a sink that adult hands can fit into, and it's plenty deep. Oh, I feel like I'm missing something out. There's something that's popped in my mind like 3 times, and I can't. Oh, here we go. I just remembered it. So, 21 foot, basically one room ultralight, and you've got dual ducted centralized air conditioning with vented or with directional louvered vents. What that means is that not only can you open and close these because they're louvered, you can also point them wherever you want them. So there's no real downside to this setup here. You can have as much or as little airflow in any area of the RV you want, and Rockwood still includes the cold air dump, which that's what this little flapper here is. That's a scientific word, flapper. Anyway, when it's closed, it pumps air through the central vents. You flip it open, it drops all the air right here in the living room. It's nice for just kind of quick chilling this before you start pumping cold air in the bathroom, though in a little camper like this, it doesn't matter. So why do they build it like this? Remember how I told you that Rockwood builds everything the same way every single time? It's easier for them to continue to build central AC as opposed to non-central AC because that's how their roofs are structured. That's what it's made for. So, whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck trailer package deals, RV delivery, anything, everything in between. If you have questions, you should have questions. This video shouldn't answer everything. All you got to do is give us a call. Remember, we don't hit you with extra hidden fees. We clearly publish fair market pricing on our website. And we don't hit you extra for prep, for destination charges, for freight, for inspection fees, for propane and batteries, and showing you how it works. We're just a straight, easy place to work with. If you have a trade, our price doesn't change. You know, we're not the type of place that does that. We play our cards. We put it on the table. All we ask for is the opportunity. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.